Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live. It is me, Joey B. Joe P. Zapia. With me, of course, is the Welsh, and it's all of you, my beautiful peanuts and cracker jacks, hanging out here talking baseball on Fantasy Pros on the twitch.tv/fantasypros. That's where you can watch us live every day, and of course, you can watch us on demand on the YouTube channel, Fantasy Pros MLB. It's funny, Welsh, right when we were starting, next door, they're doing some tree trimming, and of course, the wood chipping begins right as we're about to record. Now, I don't hear it now, but if you hear anything going on, it's not like Steve Buscemi being fed into a wood chipper. It's just real trees. It's not Fargo here in New Jersey. Everything is fine. But these things are out of our control sometimes, Welsh.
Very Italian of you to have a wood chipper outside your window. I wonder if, it's Kevin Gossman that's out there working with a wood chipper. Joey.
Yeah, well, I got a guy for the trees. I got a guy for this. I got a guy for a lot of things.
Keep them away from your internet, though. Tell them to stay away from your internet.
Oh, man. They're doing so much construction here. It's the worst. But, you know what's the best? The Mets. That's right. Oh, after blowing a 7-run lead, well, they came back with a vengeance. 19-5. What an incredible performance yesterday by my New York Mets. Brandon Nimmo, 4 for 6, 2 homers, 9 ribbies. Welsh, I don't know what there is to say about this except, oh my, that's a lot of runs. And I think a really important performance too, because whenever you have a big lead and you blow it, the last thing you want is to have that sort of pile on you the next day or mentally. They came out, shook it off, and oh my God, they just crushed it.
They did. And it would have really been nice too to get a little bit more Francisco Lindor when we bet on him. So that would have been super cool. It was, one of those where it's like, oh, it's everybody but Brandon Nimmo was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, just looking back at this too, I didn't even do this count here. The hard hit balls that the Mets put on, I'm seeing 6, 12. I mean, it's around 23 to 24 hard hit balls that the Mets got across the pitchers for the Nationals. Trevor Williams, Cole Henry got lit up. I mean, Ahmed Rosario had to get in and gave up a ton, but Brandon Nimmo looked great going 4 for 6. Francisco Alvarez back in it. And now looking, every single starter got at least one registered hard hit ball of 95 or higher. Actually, every single player for the Mets except Tyrone Taylor, who, we can shoot to the side so we can get a little bit more Luis Angel Acuna. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything to say about it. It was a great offensive performance. One of those weird ones.
It was weird because I got to face 2 former teammates, Williams first, who they scored a bunch of runs off, and then Ahmed Rosario, who ended up pitching late as a position player. So that was a good time. Lots of fun things. You know what else is a good time? Free stuff. Everybody loves free stuff, and we're giving away a Nico Hoerner signed jersey. All you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop a comment below, and boom, the Nico Hoerner jersey from pristineauction.com can be yours. This is going to be what? We got like 2 days left of this, so get it in now here. Yeah. While you get an opportunity, because May is coming around the corner. The Nico Hoerner jersey is going to go bye-bye. So if you want a chance to win this, this is your opportunity. Go after that Nico Hoerner jersey. Some more headlines from yesterday, Welsh, around Major League Baseball. Let's talk a little bit about the Dodgers. Tyler Glasnow goes on the 15-day IL with the right shoulder inflammation. We sort of discussed this at length yesterday, and this was a foregone conclusion. We kind of knew this was going to happen. Now it's a matter of how long is he going to be out for, and what do you do? And what do the Dodgers do also? Snell, Glasnow, all out for an undetermined amount of time. I know Kershaw's working his way back. Is it simple as that's going to be the answer to this rotation issue?
Well, also, another thing that didn't work out yesterday, Dustin May. I mean, Dustin May was okay. Strikeouts weren't out there, but playing up the Savant, if you want to talk about hard hit balls, he gave up 8 hard hit registered balls, walked 3, gave up 3 earned runs, just didn't look great. So they're reeling. But yeah, I think at this point, Kershaw is kind of the answer. Gonsolin is going to be one out there. They're just piecing all these things together. But I would love, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter because all we've done is scream about the Orioles being like, the Orioles should go and get a pitch in. They should trade. They've got assets, da-da-da. I would love the Dodgers to feel a little bit more aggressive as well because they've got so many assets. They've also got all these pitchers that have been injured out there, but just go and, get some solid depth. Not like, oh, I've got depth because I've got 8 or 9 different guys. Go and get another great pitcher because they are, not that any of us want to see it. I wouldn't want to see the Dodgers have more, but they would be better set than trying to piecemeal this stuff. But the answer is going to be these replacement guys, and Kershaw's probably going to be maybe some version of streamable. I would watch Gonsolin, but none of them are going to be on the super high end. And I'm very worried about Snell and Glasnow right now, specifically Glasnow. That one has got me. That one is like, I'm so agnostic sometimes to those injuries, but then once I've had to battle it, and then they get hurt again, now I feel like I'm like out, and I want to be out on Glasnow.
Well, I was out last year, and I told you I was very glad that I did. For a while there, I had a little bit of remorse. It was a little bit of, I was like, oh man, maybe I made the wrong decision. And then I didn't. And speaking of bad decisions, the Orioles. I've never seen so many weird transactions in a day. So stick with me, everybody. The Orioles had a busy day. The front office was moving and shaking. They put Jordan Westberg on the 10-day IL with a hamstring strain. So Ramon Urias is going to take over third base in his absence. So get your Kobe Mayo hopes up anytime soon. Gary Sanchez went on the IL with a wrist issue. Colton Cowser got transferred to the 60-day IL. So did Grayson Rodriguez. Kyle Bradish threw a bullpen session Monday. So I don't know when he's coming back. But the good news, Kyle Gibson is going to be called up to make his debut today. Gibson had a 3.75 ERA, 13 strikeouts, 2 walks in 12 innings so far in his rehab. So, yeah, I mean, anything's an improvement at this point, although Sugano was pretty good yesterday.
The bad news, it's against the Yankees. So, great, he's coming up. Bad news, it's against the Yankees. Nope. In deeper leagues, I think Kyle Gibson may have already been rostered or whatever. Hold back, see what happens out of this start. We don't know what this is going to look like. It's against the Yankees. I don't think this is one of them, but want to throw this out as well. There are some big wind going on, games going on out here this afternoon. I don't know why. There's 2 games that have got 20 mile an hour or higher wind. I think 5 games have got 10 plus. Not that that necessarily matters too much, but just feels like a weird day. I'm not doing anything with Kyle Gibson, but yeah, the baby Billy Bible bonker, Kyle Gibson perfect game incoming, maybe, but I'm not going to have it in my roster today.
Unlikely against the Yankees, but anything can happen. I'd look at deeper leagues. He's a live arm. He's a veteran. I don't have a problem adding him if you want to. I just wouldn't start him today. Yeah, adding him, exactly. Fine. Starting him, not the best thing. Eddie Rosario might get a starter too. 33-year-old had 14 games in AAA before the Dodgers gave up on him. He hit 339 in that stretch, so it's really good because Jared Kelenic got sent down. Womp womp. 167/231, 365 plate appearances. He was dreadful. 2 for 23 with men on base and 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. It's funny, years ago, remember when the Mets got killed for that Kelenic-Diaz trade? Look, I know Diaz has been a roller coaster at times, but it ain't even close now. I mean, it's just so far in the distance. And Kelenic, one of those quote-unquote can't-miss kind of guys, right? Once upon a time, it was him and Julio were neck and neck, and who do you like better? This guy can't even stay in the big leagues right now. So any love for Rosario in deeper leagues, getting some starts here in the outfield?
Not really.
Hope for Kelenic ever becoming a major leaguer of note? I think that ship has sailed, don't you?
I was about to say, I feel like Kelenic needs a change of scenery for the 3rd time. Like, he just needs a new
change of scenery. No.
Yeah, no, I know.
No, screw his scenery, okay? He's had a bunch of scenery. Maybe he needs a change in work ethic or approach, or I don't know, a lot of other things.
I don't know.
What didn't he have a clothing brand too? Remember this? Jared Kelenic had like a clothing brand when he was a prospect. Do you recall this?
I don't. I mean, I've told this story. I interviewed him during the AFL. I've had some weird interviews. It was the weirdest interview because as I was like, hey, can you chat? And he's like, yep. And then he's like, oh, I got to do this. And he checks in with me. I got to do this. Check in with me. I'm like, oh man, like how nice. And then he comes in, we interview, and then he sits against the dugout and he wouldn't look at me. He didn't look at me for 10 minutes during the interview. And I'm like staring at him and he just looked off into the distance. But that aside, he needs an approach change. There's so many guys that are out there. I mean, look at even Corbin Carroll reformatting his stance and how it's opened up his game. I still think there's some of that skill that's there with Kelenic. 13% barrel. He got the ball in the air this year. He's lost his hard hit, but he's striking out like crazy. Get him in a new place. Get him a new brand. Just get him the hell out of there.
Speaking of brand, he did brand his own name. I was right. I found it. It's a defunct website from 2021. And it's episode 1, Jared Kelenic never stopped grinding. And he's there in the weight bench looking swole.
What did he sell? We should get something.
You can't. You go to click shop gear. It's unavailable. So
we got to check eBay. Someone check eBay for us for a relic item.
We don't have time today to do it on the show, but tomorrow we will get some shots for the show of this. Oh, it is good stuff.
Oh, let's get some Kelenic hats. Let's just be the ultimate. Like, we will own more of Kelenic
gotta go to eBay
branded clothes than we will of fantasy shares. But yeah, he's done. I'm not super interested in Eddie Rosario. Maybe as a spot starty guy, but these are just placeholders for Acuna, and no thanks on Rosario.
Well, I am a sucker for a good story. And apparently this just came over, I guess, last night, and I caught it on the wire this morning. Lin-Manuel Miranda dropped some major news yesterday. So I was working in conjunction with our own Michael Cali here because apparently he's working on a movie about the legendary Molina brothers. So they're from his hometown in Vega Alta in Puerto Rico, honoring one of baseball's greatest dynasties, right?
Benji, Yadier. Who's the third?
And Jose.
Jose.
All three Molina brothers. So I worked with AI because I figured, well, it's Lin-Manuel Miranda. Who knows? Could be like a Hamilton music video.
By the way, his nephew, Jose Miranda, with the Twins.
That's right. Also, so incredible baseball legacy. But I was wondering, what the Molina brothers would look like if it was a version of Hamilton.
Oh, I'm gonna like this.
So let's take a look at that and see what that looks. Oh, I think they look pretty good there. I gotta say.
What are they like? Offensive linemen after they retire, they lost weight. I'm not sure they go in that. Baseball players don't usually go in that direction.
No, not typically. How does a family, 3 sons, all born to play in the majors, dropped in the middle of a diamond spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be all-stars and ballers? Welsh, how does this work? Look at these guys. Look at the Molina brothers. Also, fun fact, a couple weeks ago, we were out thrifting, and I found the most amazing shirt.
Oh, and, is that one you sent me?
It was a Yadier Molina shirt that was wall-to-wall Yadier Molina. Not like, look at the entire shirt is Yadier Molina.
I told him to buy that instantly.
I know, and I didn't. And I have remorse. It wasn't my size. I don't know who's going to wear it. That's the only problem. I think it was like a medium or something. But look at that. That is glorious. That right there is baller. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. I gave you a little Hamilton and a little Molina brothers news. So big day. Big day.
Be honest with me. How much time
Michael Cali, our producer Michael Cali, would have worn them. Michael, I will try to get back to that place. If it's there, I will
Please
get it.
And send it. How much time did you spend writing that Molina Hamilton?
10 seconds before the show, to be honest with you.
I don't show off your talents to us.
I literally wrote it 10 seconds before the show.
It's pretty good.
I can show you my notepad time if you don't believe me. I was like, I should do a little Hamilton rap, and I took the lyrics and I just rewrote a couple things and moved it around, and that was it.
It's pretty good. We need another version.
Had I actually thought about it longer, I probably could have done an entire song.
The only thing we didn't do though is who's the Molina? Like, bring the Molinas back up real quick. Sorry, Callie. Like, who's who? Is the middle? That's got to be. That doesn't look like.
Well, Benji was the biggest boy.
Yeah.
Benji's got to be the guy down the
middle.
I'm thinking Jose is on the left and Yadier's on the right.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed it. I think that, because there's a little facial hair going on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure we all knew which Molina was what for our musical.
I like the film to be called 1, 2, 3 Molinas. Oh, Todd has a great point. We could buy the shirt and give it away on the show. Also.
Oh, the Kelenic shirt. Oh no, the Molina shirt. There's so much apparel that we've got going on.
All the apparel. We're just gonna open up an apparel store. All right,
get the action figures back out, please. Like, we got too much going on here. We're merching.
Too many things.
Shopify. There it is.
Oh, there you go. FantasyPros MLB, everybody.
I'm wearing the shirt today too. Look at that.
I know. I was gonna say, look at you wearing the shirt today. All right, rookie Lookie time. Jason Dominguez 1 for 4, 3 Ks yesterday. Give me the grade Welsh for Jason Dominguez 1 month into the season. What is it?
Oh, I think it's a C. It's a C minus. I actually think we're a little bit on a downwardy trend. I'm worried about the strikeouts. I was looking at him yesterday, and I'm readjusting dynasty ranks. The dynasty rank should be out a little bit later today. And if people care, I'm doing a dynasty episode on The Athletic with Enos Harris and DVR on rates and barrels. So I'm very dynasty centric this week, and I'm a little bit worried. Like, it's not clicking with Jason Dominguez, and there's still so much upside and so much time, but the strikeouts are still there. I would say this is at best a C, and that's me future projecting still that like things can click around. So it's not a great grade.
Matt Shaw went 2 for 5, signs of life for him. He's walking a little bit too. So if he's been dropped and you're a deeper league, maybe you consider picking him up. Maybe that return is good. Marcelo Mayer, another good day for him. 3 for 7 in a doubleheader day, 6 ribbies, 4 runs scored, a home run. I mean, Welsh, I don't know. There's no room for him but he's got 7 homers, 34 RBI now. They got to figure something out for him
So,
and for Jordan Lawler, who also 2 for 5 with a
yeah.
double yesterday. He's up to 5 homers, 26. Who do we see first, Lawler or Marcelo?
It's a great question because if Cattell had a setback, I think it would be Lawler instantly. By the way, on the Cattell front, Cattell was out yesterday, last rehab, I think, going, and he should be out, I believe, on Friday. He's flying out for the Philly series, and he'll be playing. Lawler, they do not have a spot for. I'm going to say, oh, man, I'm going to go with Marcelo Mayer. I think if they can get Christian Campbell off of second base, I think that's beneficial. He goes to second. Campbell goes to the outfield. The outfield becomes Duran, Campbell, and Rafaela. And then they're going to have to platoon Willier in there, and Devers is still DH, and that holds back Roman Anthony. That's going to be my guess.
All right, let's take a more in-depth look at Zebby Matthews. 2 runs, 2 hits, 4 and 2/3, 1.93 ERA. Another guy just, all right, there's not much left to prove here. Let's get him to the big leagues sooner than later if he's still floating around. Let's go. And we talked about Logan Henderson. On my show, I talked about Chris and Rodriguez, too, in that system for the Brewers. But then Jacob Mizorowski starting to get that walk situation under control. 5 shutout innings in AAA yesterday, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's up to 38 strikeouts in 29 innings, Welsh, with a 1.82 ERA.
I'm really torn on him right now. So, like, I've avoided, he's deservedly, like, from a talent perspective, like, you want to put him on the list. I've avoided putting him on Article or Prospecting with Welsh or anything like that, just because, like, the walks, it's been good for like a start or two. The walks are still there. He has been great. I just can't gauge what they will do with him. Logan Henderson got the starts. I think he's the next guy that goes up. So you have to have 2 spots open up. But what will they go with? I think Mizorowski long-term is going to be a reliever, but these type of guys, you want to straight. Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay.
But every team is going to look at these players and push them as a starter as long as possible. There's no doubt that they're going to try to press it as long as possible. The only scenario where that changes is if they, he stays in the minors for half the year and they bring him up and they say, all right, we don't want to press you because of innings, We want to get as much value as you can out of the bullpen. And then all of a sudden they're amazing and they don't leave the bullpens. But that's what I'm saying here. I'm torn. I don't know which direction Mizorowski is going to do. He's super talented, but he's got a big walk issue. Command is not his forte, and it's going to show in the majors. So I'm not sure how fantasy relevant he is for me, but he is. He's a top pitching prospect, and if they give him an opportunity to be a starter and he does avoid the walks, dude can strike out 10 on a given day. He's got a nasty 2-seamer inside. He can hit triple digits. There's a lot to like about him, but there's a lot of relief risk. And a lot of people I've talked about, scouts and team people, like more than 50% believe he is going to be a bullpen guy than a starter.
Interesting. Okay.
In the majors.
Elciba Cruz, thoughts on Willie Adames for Bybee and Pete Crow Armstrong? What side of that deal you want to be on?
I will go with the PCA side. Give me the 2.
I agree. And the pitcher too. Yeah, definitely on that. Augustine Ramirez or Logan O'Hoppe rest of season? I'll go O'Hoppe still.
I have them next to each other. Officially updated. I know Kelly Kirby and myself updated some rest of season ranks on FantasyPros. If you guys want to check it out.
Standard of employees. You guys are so
no big deal. Kelly was first, so she won. But I have them next to each other. I'm with you. I'm on O'Hoppe, but I moved Ramirez up just a couple more notches. 12 team. I mean, obviously he's like, he's just hitting like crazy. So 12 team, he's probably already locked up, but he's there.
Billy Baru, will Jack Caglione be called up soon? No, I don't think he will. I think he'll go to AAA. If that's what you want to call up. But
a very interesting note, I think that it happened over a weekend, and I think it got overpassed for us to talk about. Cags played in the outfield.
Yes.
Or maybe you guys talked about it. Maybe it was the day that I was gone.
You know what? I might have mentioned it Friday. I definitely talked about it on the Sunday TV show.
But he played right field, and obviously right field makes sense. The guy's a pitcher who can hit triple digits as well, but he played his first games in right field. That was pretty solid. To me, that's the warning signs or the start of them being like, we need to know what the flexibility is when we get you to the majors. But even beyond that, like if they know they can put Cags between first, DH, and then they can put him in the outfield, you want to have that flexibility. Them starting that does make me think there's a little bit of a better chance that we could see the mid-season, the July-ish call-up, but it's not happening anytime soon.
He'll be in the majors this year, not this month.
Not next
coming up.
Not May, probably not June.
It's technically still April, but not May. June would be pushing it, but not shocking, especially if they continue on this route. Pasquantino hasn't hit. They need more help in this lineup. They need more power. I think they're towards the bottom of the league in home runs too. Wonky saying, I was in a tornado warning when I decided to update the ranks. I may die, but Augustine Ramirez will be ranked more highly before I do. That is commitment to service.
Well, we did it. You and I, Kelly. I don't know where you put him, but I've got him. I think I put Ramirez at 11 or 10.
Well, go to fantasypros.com, look at the rankings, everybody. You'll see. See, yeah, sending people to the website. League Gold, we need a Welsh and a Mike Mayer action figure. This is true. So we can play against each other. Maybe have
like the punchy head ones?
Yeah. See, that's the real action figures.
It's a good one.
All right. Let us continue on. Some things to keep an eye on. Carter Keyboom. Yes, remember him? That guy. 3 for 5, 2 ribbies, Sunday for Salt Lake. He's 27 years old. I know he's been around forever. The Slash Welsh, 373, 417, 642, red hot. 5 homers, 12 ribbies. He's playing first, second, third. He's playing all over the diamond. I bring this up because yesterday, once again, I was doing the I Told You So about Kyron Paris. I could see Kyron Paris getting sent down, and I could see Carter Keyboom getting pulled up there from the minor leagues. Also, Otto Kemp, another interesting one to keep an eye on here, hitting 313 here for the Phillies. He could play in the infield as well as third base. His OPS is over 1,000. If the Alec Boehm situation keeps going poorly, Kemp had 16 homers, 20 steals in the minors last year. Keyboom and Otto Kemp, I'm talking deep leagues here. Are either of these guys worth starting to speculate a little bit on because they might get a call in the next week or two, depending on how things are going for these offenses?
So I personally don't think either scream speculate. And when you say that speculate, you're saying like pick them up before they get called up.
You bet them for $1. You got an open bench spot. You have somebody go on the IL, but you have a good team. It's like, or maybe you have Alec Boehm and you're starting to get a little frustrated.
If you're in like
it's a 15-team league problem. This is what I'm talking about.
I think it might be even a little bit deeper, but I'm going to give you the kudos to this. And it's good you picked Otto Kemp because Otto Kemp was in the AFL like 2 years ago. Really interesting guy who could play all around the field. Like, he can play third. I think he played some first in the AFL, second. Super util. He's a classic super util guy with some sneaky power for sure. I think like I play in the 20-team Scott White league, and that's where like Otto Kemp and Keyboom speculation.
You have my old team in that league.
I do. I think I do. Yeah. It's doing pretty good.
That's definitely a league.
Oh, Tawny, Witt, Carroll, and it's pretty good.
That's all you. I don't think I gave you any of those things.
No, but what I think it is if we do see them actually being given the opportunity, they're guys to put the pen in to potentially pick up. Keyboom, I don't know. We're like, this is post hype that if he were to get regular playing time, he might be a little bit interesting, but he's going to hit at the bottom of the lineup. If Otto Kemp were to be given a spot, I actually think he would be a little bit more fantasy relevant. I do really like him, but I think both of these guys are probably more in util roles, but they are very hot right now, and you should keep an eye on it in deep leagues.
Yeah, I would absolutely, and 15-team leagues even, keep an eye on Keyboom and Otto Kemp. I didn't think about this at the top when we were talking about Kelenic. What do you think Ronald Acuna's reaction was to Kelenic getting sent down yesterday? Do you think he had a little bit of the giggles? Like
probably a smile.
Oops.
He took the dartboard. He took the dart out of his Brian Schnitker dartboard, and then he threw it to the Kelenic one.
I don't know about that.
He probably has lots of darts. Yeah.
3 up and 3 down. Riley Greene, 2 homers for him. Mark Vientos, I told you to buy low, didn't I? 3-run homer, 2 for 3. He was hitting balls couple weeks ago real hard. They had that groin issue that 2 weekends ago, but he is back with a vengeance.
Still hitting 219 though, but yeah.
Well, of course, because he was hitting $1 something in the first 3 weeks of the season. He was terrible. Yeah. So look at the last 10 days, and you're going to see a guy who's
K percentage is way down. Super encouraging. 20% K percentage right now. So very encouraging.
Also, Sugano ruined my best bet of the day yesterday. You jerk. 8 strikeouts and 5 shutout innings against the Yankees. Who saw that coming? Nobody. Anyway, 3 down. Oh boy, Edward Cabrera, not good. 9 hits, 5 runs. His ERA is over 7. He needs to get bounced from this rotation. Trevor Williams, 5 runs and 5 1/3, and Ryan Feltner gave up 5 runs in 10 hits and 4 2/3 yesterday. Now, look, if you need help managing all of your lineups, make sure you're using my playbook. Manage all your fantasy baseball lineups. Set them all in one spot and dominate your leagues with my playbook from Fantasy Pros. My playbook for MLB is the suite of tools that will help you make better decisions, manage your lineups, and win your leagues, because that's what it's all about. Import your teams and get custom fantasy baseball news, rankings, and analysis. Sync your leagues for free today at fantasypros.com/MLB My Playbook, or download the Fantasy Baseball My Playbook app. Don't be a tool. Use the tools. I'm serious. It'll help you out. They're great. I use them. Welsh uses them. Injuries. Welsh. Bad news for the Edward Cabrera start for the Marlins. Good news for Yuri Perez, right? We touched on this yesterday, but I dug a little deeper. I got some more numbers for you. He hit 98 in his first rehab start. 11 of his 19 pitches were strikes. And I just want to say that's very encouraging, Welsh.
It's very encouraging. Someone asked in the chat earlier, what's the timeline? I think even publicly it's been said around June. So this is going to be a slow build, 19 pitches. Maybe next outing is going to be 25. And then, you might just go 10 pitch increments. I think it's at least 5. I think it's 5 more outings. It could be 4, but I think it's at least 5 more outings to push him up there. Probably looking at close to June for him to get back. But this would be a guy, I mean, can you stomach a month? But if he's sitting out there with an IL designation and you can put him on, you really should, because
if it's only
is coming
5,
back.
Welsh, that's not June. Like, I'm just saying, it was last Saturday, right?
So yeah. Let's say I meant 5 more. 5 more.
Right,
so
no, 5 more. So let's say he gets another one Friday, let's say this week. I'm just throwing it out there, right? That's
the second.
That's 1. Yeah. Then Wednesday the 7th, then the 12th, then maybe the 17th, and then probably the 21st or 22nd. We're looking Memorial Day.
Well, then you pitch 5 days after that, and you're like May 20. Yeah, so okay, it's like a couple days before June is the possibility. It'd be like May 27th or something like that. If he goes one more after that, then it's somewhere in that timeline of like May. I would say like May 25th to like June 10th. Somewhere in there's a real good possibility if there's no sidetracking or
Big Dan says someone just dropped Kevin Gossman. Do I pick him up? I already have Nola, Peralta, Pavetta, Luzardo, Bubic, Eovaldi, and Hunter Brown.
Not maybe for any of those guys.
I was going to say maybe for Bubic. Otherwise, probably not. And
I agree. Maybe.
I'm a realistic guy. Bubic, Bubic has been good. We're talking about a guy who won Cy Youngs. Like, I'm probably going to pick him up over Bubic. But if it's an RP, SP eligibility thing and you want that flexibility, then you keep the Bubala. You keep him in your lineup. That's what you do. See, I'm a very reasonable guy. I'm reasonable.
Always very reasonable.
Always very reasonable. Mm-hmm. Is Arrighetti we're stashing in a 10-team league? If you have IL spots to do it, but
probably not.
A long way away.
Not in a 10.
Not in a 10. Other injuries, Ryan Weathers, some more Marlins news, 3 hitless innings, single A. So help is on the way, which means Sandy Alcantara could be on the way out sooner than later with all these arms getting healthy. So Sandy better have a good start today. He pitches today. We'll keep an eye on that one. Paul Sewald removed Monday from his appearance against the Twins with shoulder inflammation. More on that to come. Ezekiel Tovar getting closer to a rehab assignment. Blake Snell is not. He received an injection anti-inflammatory, so hopefully that'll help things speed along. But they're talking about, I heard the phrase, second half of the season for Blake Snell, Welsh. Joey no likey that.
No, I mean, he was only a second half pitcher last year too, but it wasn't because he missed time. He just got good. So I am a little bit worried about, you have all that, then what's it going to take for him to get right? Like he obviously is a slow ramp up type of guy. It's really bad for Blake Snell, and it sucks. And it's in our face too, of these guys with some of these injury prone tags. Like, I mean, knock on wood, and he pitches today, but it's like Jacob deGrom is the only other piece of this Mount Rushmore of I think of pitchers that always get hurt that have not gotten hurt yet. So knock on wood. I don't want to do
Cole Reagan's not sure if he's going to make his next start on Wednesday. He was dealing with that groin issue. They said it's a low strain, but they don't want to push it, and I'm fine with that. I'd rather him miss a start than go on the IL and miss 2 or 3. Luis Arise is coming back today, so get him back in your lineups. And then Shane Bieber is also getting closer to pitching in simulated games. So simulated games, a couple weeks, you get the rehab, I would say sometime in July. That's good. And, of course, the Welsh was hanging out with Jackson Merrill yesterday. Any insight there? You and Jackson hanging out, posting Instagram pictures together. You guys got Froyo, I think, after the game. It was all this fun
good
stuff.
Good friends. To do. Yeah, Jackson Merrill's for the people. Yeah, so he started a rehab assignment out here in Phoenix. It's supposed to be Jake Cronenworth as well and Brendan Lockridge. Lockridge and him both got in the game. Lockridge played in the outfield. He led off. He stole a base, got a hit. Like he looks like he could come back tomorrow. Merrill DH'd only. Did a little bit of work before. Seemed a little bit off, by the way. He was a little behind. He was 1 for 4. He got a single, was not allowed to run the bases. I put 2 videos up that you can check on my my Twitter or Instagram, whatever, at Is It The Welsh. But it looks like it's a slow ramp from what I've been told. I think he's going to be back next week. As long as there are no setbacks, he's going to be kind of playing and ramping up in games similar to what Ketel Marte did. It looks like maybe Monday or Tuesday, we could see Jackson Merrill back. But it was good to have him back up as he slowly is just getting back into the group. But he did strike out, had a couple pop outs, wasn't loving the results. But, Merrill's a dude.
All right.
It wasn't Ketel Marte hitting 2 bombs against, 17-year-olds.
Well, no,
he had a couple pop outs. Yeah.
P. Fife revisiting Story or Neto. Story be stinking lately. Well, I mean, the numbers were pretty raging hot for 3 weeks. What do you want? I mean, they're not going to stink so bad he's losing his job anytime soon, unfortunately. But who would you rather have rest of season, Neto or Story?
I mean, Neto's hitting. Did you say Neto is stinking right now or Story?
No.
Story be stinking lately. Yeah. I put him on the trade video last week. I was like, he's hitting 330. Get him out of there.
I know. I was there for the video. I saw you put it on there. We talked about trading Trevor Story.
Either way, I would have gone Neto long term here. He's hitting 294. Homers and stolen bases are there. He's kind of back at his stuff, and he just it's small sample size, 24% barrel with that 21-degree launch angle. He's getting the bat on the ball and he's getting in the air like he does, and it creates 20+ home run power. So yeah, this is Neto here. Even though it's funny, I was literally about to say he doesn't have the injury stuff. He just came back from an injury as Story. Both a little bit wrecky here, but I would go with Neto.
Who turns it around first, Bybee or Zach Gallen?
I mean, I would have. Before the season, I would have said Gallen so easy. I don't know, man. I think Gallen is messed right now, and maybe he does. It's been a month, but I'm going to go with Bybee on this one. I'm pretty out on Zach Gallen. Contract year, too, so pretty rough for him.
Not good.
No.
That's okay, Welsh. Well, let's make room here. Let's put these injuries aside, and let's give people what they really want, because it's time for the best bets
of the day
with Joey P and the Welsh. So for me, I'm going to go Freddie Peralta over 6.5 strikeouts, -128 against the beautiful Colorado Rockies. Oh, Welsh, the Rockies, so bad. Historic 4 wins so far. 4, just 4 wins. So
they're testing the White Sox.
So do the Rockies win 40 games this year, Welsh?
Oh, yeah. I think they'll be a...
They're not on pace for it.
Bit. Yeah, well, they're not on pace right now. But I mean, what was the White Sox last year? Was it like 48 or something?
I don't know. I think it could be historically worse. And that team
pretty bad
strikes out a ton. Give me Freddie Peralta 6.5. I think is a gimme here. Garrett Crochet. I'm gonna do this one too. Garrett Crochet over 6.5 strikeouts +128 today. I'm looking for that one as well. And look, I know last start for Garrett Crochet, as we've learned here on the channel, was not his best effort, but the one before was quite good. So I'm cautiously optimistic that today Garrett Crochet will bounce back, get back on track. He wasn't going to have a 1 ERA his entire season. That wasn't going to happen. So hopefully better things here from Garrett Crochet today against the Blue Jays and the dreaded TBD. So if you want, you could even take Garrett Crochet, Red Sox money line against the TBD, because they still haven't announced a starter as of yet. And you could probably parlay that in almost a 3-1. And then the San Diego Padres, give me the Padres on the money line. Michael Cali wants me to rally the Padres a little bit. Pavetta's on the mound. He's got a 1 ERA on the year. He's been brilliant. He's at home. I know Logan Webb is very good. He's got a sub-2 ERA too, but I'm going to put my money on Nick Pivetta in this one. Those are my best bets for the day. Welsh, what do you have for the people?
By the way, I think it's Bowden Francis, I see, because you were saying TBD for Garrett Crochet, right?
On MLB.com, on the official sites, it was still TBA.
Okay. Yeah, it says Bowden
maybe
Francis
Bowden has officially been since we started the show.
Like ESPN, if a scoreboard has got Bowden Francis. But
why doesn't Major League Baseball have it? I mean, Major League Baseball, it's like...
I don't know. Why don't they have ABS and just make their game better? But it's just like, we're going to test it for 7 more years. All right, so my best bets, I am going to go with Cleveland first 5 run line. I'm going to go back to picking on Chris Paddock. Chris Paddock had one of those, kind of complete play against us, kind of like a Patrick Corbin, where we're all like, hey, what's the best thing to do? Bet against Patrick Corbin. And then he's amazing. What's the best thing to do? Bet against Chris Paddock. He was amazing. Don't think it's going to happen today. There's a lot of wind pulling out to right field, which is that pull side for guys like Jose Ramirez, Kyle Manzardo. We've seen them already do a great job with the kind of like wind tunnel. There's just a lot pushing out there. This is a Bybee bounce back. He's got an over 5 ERA. This is 11+ ERA combined between these guys, but I think Paddock is going to implode a little bit. We're going to get Bybee back and we're going to get some runs. We're going first 5 money line for the Cleveland Guardians. I'm also going to back Garrett Crochet, big Garrett Crochet guy. First 5 Boston run line through the first 5. It's actually money line. We have run line here. No big deal. But I just want to make sure that this is important because run line designates them being up by a run. Now that I'm seeing this, I'm going money line on both of my first fives because that means they can tie and I get a push. So this is actually not run line. So ML, not RL for Boston. But back in Garrett Crochet in this matchup, it's a tough matchup, but Bowden Francis hasn't looked super great as of recent. So we're going to go Garrett Crochet. And we're going to go with Alex Bregman on the total basis plus 105 in Boston. He has been on a heater. Big hit game streak going on. Lots of multi-hits. So we are going to go with Alex Bregman. Those be my best bets.
And to get the most out of the tools at Betting Pros right now, download the BP app today and get the premium version when you use the promo code leading off. Do it. It's great. The MLB prop bet cheat sheets there, the betting systems, everything to make you a better sports wagerer on baseball. And I know for a lot of people who play fantasy, that's a tricky thing sometimes to transition to, but let the tools help you transition there. Again, promo code leading off, 7 free days of the premium tools, and then the regular tools are pretty damn good too. Also, don't forget, FantasyPros.com/leading off. New customers place their first $5 bet. You get $250 in bonus bets from FanDuel when you do. But again, you got to use the promo code. So FantasyPros.com/leading off. Let's get to the home run board, Welsh, and see what that bad boy looks like. Any movement from last night? Marty Razor still at 14, far out at 13. Welsh still on column 2. I am going to keep this simple. Again, the winner gets a Sammy Sosa jersey autographed by Sammy Sosa himself. And of course, if you go to our Discord, you can go ahead and join for the shows. Like, of course, the Welsh and Joe Rico are doing their show on there Wednesday afternoons. You've got the Discord community, and you've also got the Home Run channel, all available on our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. Death, taxes, and Aaron Judge against the Orioles. That's where I'm going today. I'm trying to remember how many. Is he even 30 home runs against the Orioles in his career or something absurd like that?
Many.
I'm going to look it up. I know he's got many.
Know.
You give everybody.
Well, you look it up. I'll give mine.
I will look it up, but I want to say it's well over 20, I believe, in his career against the Orioles. But
also,
it's only 2-1 too, because Vegas is also thinking the same thing I am. It's Aaron Judge against the Orioles. Oh my God, this can't be true.
By the way, did anybody just see that? Joe's like, hey, why don't you talk? You filibustered that entire time.
I found it.
All right, go.
45 homers and 97 RBI.
It's like a regular
in 108 games against the Orioles.
He's ridiculous. No, it's great.
That's absurd.
It's a good play. It's a good play.
Sorry, go ahead.
I got a home run call, but I do want to shout out, as we reminded everybody, you continuously re-up with your primes, and our boy Lucius resubscribed 2 months, but also said, you guys are my lunch break listen, and I'm killing it in my league right now. So shout out to him for the comment and the resubscribe. Also, Big Chef with it, doing with Prime. So thank you guys for supporting the channel and doing all that. And to my home run call, we are going to go with Mr. Pete Alonso against my Arizona Diamondbacks. Lot of win. This is the other 20-mile-an-hour win out into left field pushing right now. Eduardo, he can have big strikeout games, but he has been giving up some hard hits. And I think Big Petey is going to go big today. So I'm going to go with Pete Alonso for my home run call, which is like about 3.5 to 1 on FanDuel. If you want to make that bet, if you like to bet home runs, you can do that.
I like to bet home runs. Go do it.
There you go.
Go do it. Use the Betting Pros app. Sync your sports books for free. Use the promo code leading off. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fantasy Pros MLB. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on for the Welsh. I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.
Do your Molina thing. Sing it again.
Again?
Yeah.
All right. How does a family, 3 sons, all born to play in the majors, dropped in the middle of a diamond spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be all-stars and a baller? Yeah.